Hey guys, this lesson is going to introduce you to something called appreciation and depreciation. So you guys are going to want to download the notes that go with this video. They are located in Schoology in today's folder. So if you download those, you can kind of follow along as you watch the video at the same time. All right, I want you to go ahead and find this slide, and I would like you to pause the video and please try this. We learned this last week, but which one is decay and which one is growth? And then which equation matches with which graph, and how do you know? All right, if you take a look at these four graphs, first thing I'll just kind of label is which one is appreciation, not appreciation, which one is growth. This one is growth, it's going up. This one is also growth, and then these two are decay. All right, so now if we match, I know decay ones need to have a growth factor here of a fraction. So these ones, the two I circled in red, have to be decay. So if I match those up, one has an intercept of 6 and the other has an intercept of 3. So it looks like this one will match here and this one will match here because the y-intercept is 6, or the starting value. If I look at the other two, it looks like they both are doubling. That's the kind of the multiplier. And then this one has an intercept of 6 and this one has an intercept of 3. So it looks like this one matches here because my y-intercept is 3, and then the other one matches here because my y-intercept is 6. So we worked on all of that stuff last week. All right, so today's lesson is going to be a very useful and applicable lesson that we are going to learn. You will use this in real life. We're in personal finance with cars and houses and all different kinds of things. Your parents will know what this is if you talk to them about it. But we are going to learn about something called appreciation and depreciation. All right, let's take a look at a real-world problem that actually uses appreciation. So we have Jamie and Marcus, and they are investing some money in a money market account, and that's an account that pays annual interest every year. I want to know how much money will they make in 5 years if they invest, we'll say $2,000, and the annual interest rate will go 1.5%. Okay. So our initial amount of money is $2,000. So I'm just going to kind of fill that in the chart. So I start with $2,000. Okay, so after my first year, I'm going to make 1.5% interest. So a way to figure out how much interest you make is you can take how much money you started with, $2,000, times 1.5%. Now, when you do that, you have to change that to a decimal. So I'm going to move it back twice. So I'm going to do times 0.015. All right, so I'm going to grab my calculator and I am going to work that out. And when I type that in, I end up with 30. So that means I made $30 in interest. So after my first year, I now have my $2,000 plus that extra 30, which is $2,030. Now the way this interest works is for my second year, now I get to make my interest on that new amount. So now I'm going to take $2,030, because now that's what's in my account after my first year, times that 0.015. And I end up with $30.45. So my second year, I'm going to make $30.45, but I need to add that to what I already had in my account. So I'm going to add that to the $2,030, and I end up with $2,060.45. All right, I would like you to pause the video and fill in the rest of the table going from there. All right, go ahead and check out your table. So it looks like after 5 years, they will have $2,154.57 in their account. Now, we could keep going and keep doing this to get to 10 years or 15 years, but that would kind of take a long time. So there is a formula for exponential growth, and this is the general form. Now, if I were you, I would write this down in your notes, and we're going to talk about what each part means in the formula. All right, so the f of x part, this will kind of give you like your final amount or your total. So whatever you're working with, this case it was money, this will give you your final balance. So I'll just put final amount, it depends kind of what you're working with. The A in this formula stands for the initial amount that you started with. So in this case, I started with $2,000 in the account. All right, the X stands for the number of intervals. Okay, in this case, I was working with years. So, in this case, it was years. So it just kind of depends. If you're working with years, months, it'll always kind of tell you in the problem. All right, the R stands for the growth rate. All right, in this case, it was growing by 1.5%. So you might ask then, well, where did that 1 come from? Why did they say 1 plus R? Well, here's where that comes from. Some of you maybe kind of caught on to this on the last problem that we were doing. Okay, if I was doing that money and I was doing the $2,000 that I was investing, and then I times it times I times it by 1.5%. Well, if I'm keeping this $2,000, it's like I'm keeping 100% of it. Plus, I was earning an extra 1.5%. So total, that is 101.5%. So I could have used this instead of just doing 0.015 times 2,000 every time. I could have used this. So this 1 basically stands for you're keeping whatever you have. So you're kind of keeping your initial amount, but you're adding whatever percent it is to that. So in this case, I was adding 1.5%. And then it turns into 101.5% in the end. So let me just kind of show you. Let's just test it with one of our equations, with our last problem that we did. Sorry if I'm kind of all over the place. So let's test it with 5 years, see if we get the right amount. My initial amount I invested was $2,000. I'm keeping all that $2,000 plus I am keeping that 1.5%. I'm earning 1.5%, and I did that for 5 years. All right, so I would do 2,000. Now this 1 plus 1.5%, I'm going to change this to a decimal. So always just change that to a decimal, so it was 0.015. So it turns into 1.015, okay, to the 5th power. Now, when you work this out, if you grab your calculator, you're going to do this back part first. All right, so I would do 1.015 to the 5th power. So you need to use your exponent button on a lot of your calculators. It either looks like this, it might be this key, or it might have like y to the x. All right, so why don't you go ahead and type in 1.015 to the 5th power and then times 2,000. You should get the same amount that we got in our table. So we can use this exponential growth function as kind of a shortcut instead of doing it step by step by step like I did it in that last problem.